Oh man, I gotta turn it. Look at that.
Fuck.
It's too far on my side.
Hold on. I need to
Start with cursing. There we go. Look at that. Look at that.
Hold on.
Well, what do you mean, hold on?
Hold on.
You hold on.
Monday M.A.S.S is
That's live.
We are live.
This is live.
We're telling all of our viewer that we are live.
Hey, viewer.
On YouTube. What's the YouTube? It's inside your computer.
In this. There. Oh, man. Oh. What a way to start a show.
I need to put this out. Are we actually doing the show now?
Yeah, we're doing the show now. Everybody, we're doing the show. Just so you guys know, this is the show. This is the Monday M.A.S.S. Chris Coté, Todd Richards.
Do we have a YouTube channel?
Slightly crooked on the screen, I'm sure. We've got a...
Hey!
It's on my channel.
MySpace?
My dog's here.
Dogs are rad.
Come here.
If you like dogs are cool.
Hi, come here. Hey.
No one cares.
She doesn't want to be on the show.
We have props.
Hey, it's July 25th, 2022. This is the Monday M.A.S.S. What are you going to talk about?
You want
to talk about action sports?
I feel like there's a lot to talk about that we should get to.
I feel like there's a lot to talk about. Just don't know where to start.
Let's start with
ads.
I just got back from New England. Not that old England.
Yeah!
But the New England.
Dude, people are freaking on that, Todd.
I got back. Were they? I just got back from my mom's house. Went to Cape Cod for a week.
Yeah.
Really fun. I wore a shark band in the water, and guess what? It worked. I'm totally still alive.
Did you really wear a shark band?
I did, actually.
No, you didn't.
I did.
What is a shark band?
It's basically a fridge magnet you wear on your ankle. It's a
big.
It's a magnet. It's a big magnet. It's like one of those powerful magnets that, like, if you put your finger between the magnets, it would like pinch your fingers. Just a powerful magnet. Sharks hate magnets. Magnets. How the fuck do they work?
This guy over here.
But before we get into the meat and potatoes of this episode, as always, we have to thank our sponsors.
Let's go for it.
Do you think that we should have the ad block sponsored by another sponsor?
This ad block sponsored by the Monday M.A.S.S.
No, I'm dead serious.
Ad block sponsored by, a lot of podcasts that I listen to have like serious sponsors like Indeed.
Well, we have Hamburger Hut wants to come on board.
Ad block.
And sponsor something. They want to sponsor the podcast.
Okay.
What if Hamburger Hut just sponsors the ad block?
This ad block I brought to you by Hamburger Hut. I had Hamburger Hut twice in the last 3 days.
I had it yesterday.
They just got free advertising.
It's freaking fantastic.
I love it. It's better than In-N-Out.
True. And
pretty much the same price.
I want to bring some of this
over there. For those of you who don't know, we're talking about a local hamburger spot.
Place, organic, grass-fed. I mean, if you give a shit about that stuff.
And most people listening do not live in Encinitas, so they're like, who gives a shit about your hamburger?
But maybe they'll mail you one. But you know what we're going to do is I'm going to bring some of this by. This right here is Banchan's Japanese barbecue sauce. It comes in a multitude of flavors. The only one that is not pictured right now is the gluten-free. But
you drank it.
You drink it.
We
have the original Japanese barbecue sauce. We have hot and spicy Japanese barbecue sauce. And we have the yuzu Japanese barbecue sauce. You don't need anything else in your condiment drawer except for bachan.
Yuzu for you, yuzu for me, user-friendly barbecue sauce. How have they not used that new slogan I just came up with?
I don't.
This podcast is brought to you in part by Bachan's Japanese barbecue sauce. You can try it at
Try Bachan's.
Bachans. That's the Instagram. Go there. Tell them Todd and Chris sent you.
And if you're not using Bachan's on your meat, then I don't know what's wrong with you.
Hey, Brian Johnson, Beasting Productions is watching on YouTube.
Sick.
You've got one.
We have one
legendary viewer.
So this is for you.
This is great.
Brian.
This whole podcast is just for you.
Yeah. Okay, who else we got?
Pedal Electric at pedal.electric. These are the best e-bikes on the market, and we know because we've ridden them all. And we're currently and forever riding Pedal Electric bikes. The most badass, cool-ass, dope-ass, pedal-ass, bikes-ass market on the market. Right? You love your Pedal Electric.
I do. I like it.
I seen you flying by.
It's fast.
Herschel Supply Co. I mean, as always, like.
What? What are you gonna?
Are
you wearing Herschel pants?
No, I'm not wearing Herschel pants.
But they make really good bags. I just got back from a trip. I used the rolling duffel. Oh crap! I forgot to bring you your surfboard bag back.
Oh my god! I asked you nicely.
Okay.
It's all right.
Anyways, I used my Herschel rolling duffel independent skateboard trucks collab.
Tight. I've
Fits
been
a skateboard and much more.
I've been rocking the chocolate Herschel collab pack. What do you think of this angle, Todd?
What's wrong with it?
I'm wondering. I'm asking you a question.
What would you do different?
Should we get new decorations?
Oh.
I have something for you in the skate block. Beneath Apparel, BN3TH Apparel. As always, check it. Beneath check. All the time, Todd and I are wearing these. These are the best underpants. Don't!
Check it out!
Oh my God, Todd's in sweatpants too.
I'm not in. These are not sweatpants.
Those are drawstring
They're
chinos.
drawstring pants. No one has time to do a belt.
Dude, drawstring chino fire.
What?
I'm happy for you.
Okay.
Beneath Apparel, use the code M.A.S.S20. It's back to school season. You don't want to go back to school
Dude,
with bunched up boxers.
Kids go back to school really early now.
Mid-August.
Yeah, that sucks.
You don't want to go back to school wearing bunched up boxers.
No.
You get caught by your crush picking a wedgie in class, or suffering from severe bat wing.
What would you do? I mean, you ever have like one of those things where it's just your underwear is so uncomfortable?
I used to, not anymore.
Not anymore. I'm just saying. How would you approach that? Would you just go straight in hand in pants and adjust it
At school?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to get arrested.
I mean, now. Back then, you could basically do anything. Your English teacher could molest you. There was all kinds
So
of
you're
stuff.
saying that's okay?
What? No, I'm just saying things were different.
Things were, we used to get like pantsed all the time.
Really?
At school, didn't you?
I got
like get de-pantsed.
Our teachers could hit us in the beginning.
Maybe that's why you turned out like this.
Yep.
Your Batwing. No, we don't have Batwing ever again with our Beneath Apparel. You can not have Batwing ever again as well by using the code M.A.S.S20 at checkout. Bubs Naturals, got it in my Pannikin coffee and tea right now. I've been giving Bubs Natural collagen to my son who blasted open his...
Is he better yet?
He's getting better.
He should probably be better. What is he? He's like 11?
Yeah, he heals
totally
like
be better now.
he heals like Wolverine.
Yeah, he's like Wolverine.
Yeah, it's quick healing, and but I'm thankful that we got Bubs. My mom's on it, my son's on it, everyone I know should be on it.
Mm-hmm.
Little mini collagen Bubs life hack: hot cocoa. Put the Bubs in the hot cocoa. Not that you can taste it anyway. I put it in mac and cheese, hot cocoa, my coffee, etc. Bubs life. I'm in it. Hansen Surfboards at Hansen Surfboards on Instagram, and man, they've been going off over there.
Yeah, it's always crowded.
It's always popping, and that's because they have everything.
You know,
They've got everything you want.
I asked one of the managers, our homie Becky Bubs.
Okay.
I said, "Yo, if someone orders something online,
Okay.
can they just pick it up at the store?" And he didn't have an answer, because if you order online and enter M.A.S.S10 at checkout, you get 10% off.
Secret life hack.
He didn't have an answer for me. He's like,
Just
I don't
get
know.
it shipped.
Yeah, but
Even
if you live
it doesn't
if you live in
matter.
town,
Free shipping, probably.
why? But then, what is your dog doing, dude?
Playing
With what?
a bone. That's what she said. What were you talking about, Hansen's?
No, shipping.
Shipping. Just get it shipped to your house.
All right.
You know, I read this thing that global warming and like carbon emissions and stuff are well advanced, even more so than we thought. So we're pretty much good.
So
The world's gonna blow
So
up.
you're just like, fuck it.
Just ship everything. Drive your car.
Yeah.
Throw lithium batteries in the ocean. Who cares? It's over.
Pannikin Coffee and Tea is a place to
Just
make
kidding,
you
don't do that.
awake and ready to take on your day.
Like I
if
said.
you need a little afternoon pick me up, you can
Commentate the shirt.
What?
Commentate
Oh,
the shirt.
check this out. Chris is wearing a new Pannikin Coffee and Tea shirt. You can get these online at pannikincoffeeandtea.com. This one has a mermaid and a coffee pot.
Yep. And Monday Mass, Pannikin Coffee and Tea collab coming soon.
Match made in heaven.
I'm working on it.
Match made in heaven. New Greens. New
Oh,
Greens has a bunch of new products coming out. Chris,
Can you tell? I have new greens in here?
CBD is hot right now. Would you say so?
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, so New Greens, getting on the bandwagon of white
I got
people
the
with
greens.
dreadlocks, has decided that they are going to add CBD into some of their products. They've got a sweet CBD melatonin product called Dreamtime. It will put you to sleep. And they've got a multitude of products to enhance your healthy lifestyle. If you want to look like me, I'm 75 years old.
Yeah, he looks good too.
All I do is drink New Greens.
And he drinks that baby blood that the Democrats are always
I've
talking
been
about.
harvesting children's stem cells for years now, and it makes me feel more alive.
You snort it?
Huh?
You powderize it and snort it? Is that how you...
No, you know how like you can like sharp cheese and you take the cheese grater?
Right.
You just take a little off the top.
I've heard, yeah, if you take like the baby's heel.
Yeah.
Because that's not a very sensitive part.
This is crazy. This is completely unrelated, but obviously.
Okay, here we go.
Dude, my dad used to shave his fucking heel with basically like a cheese grater.
A lot of people do that.
It's so gross.
A lot of people do that. I have close personal contacts that do that.
Like shave, like what?
Yes.
Well, how do you get? Like, what do you do to your heel? Like, how does your heel become wood?
Calluses. I don't know. Some people.
But what are you doing?
Walking around barefoot?
On the sun?
I don't do it. I don't do it, but
Does
I know
your
a lot
brother
of people
shave his
that do
heel?
it. No.
Is that a heel shaver?
My stepdad used to like take razor blades to his heels
Really?
and like cut off the calluses. Must be like a dad thing. When are you gonna start shaving your heels with the cheese grater?
My toenails are healthy as fuck. My heels are healthy.
Yeah.
Because my dad used to also use wire cutters to clip his toenails, and that
Dude.
shit is disgusting.
Yeah.
There's
I
one
just,
thing
I
that
just
I-
bite on. I just chew on them.
I tweak out, dude. If I see someone like, sometimes people have those like monster toenails.
Dude, look at this.
Whoa.
Wow. Pete Mel is watching the Monday
Condor
Nights
is
right
bored
now.
as hell.
I just read something about Pete Mel on Beach Grit of all places. Sometimes I
Why don't we
accidentally go there.
save it for surf news?
Well, because he's watching now and he's probably going to turn it off.
Don't jump ahead. How many more?
What's up, Pete Mel?
How many more sponsors do we have?
Well, we've just got a couple more. We've got NanocraftCBD, the best CBD in the business. And I had an idea
What?
for NanocraftCBD that
What
deals
is it?
with talking, it deals with spraying. It's going to be big.
What?
And hopefully I'm going to get NanocraftCBD
It's
on board.
spraying.
Yeah.
Spraying what?
You're going to have to wait. You're going to be on the
spray
team.
CBD all over people.
Maybe. Anyway, NanocraftCBD. I've also got that in my coffee right now, the morning stuff. I know Todd really sings the praises of the nighttime Nanocraft. NanocraftCBD on Instagram. Also, you online. This podcast will be up on you online shortly.
Mhm.
Last but definitely not least, diecutstickers.com. Todd, I walked by and I right over there, just up the street, I saw a baby on board die cut sticker with the plastic still on it, and I thought about you.
Yeah.
You gotta take the plastic off your stickers, you idiots.
Yeah. How do we
Congratulations on your baby
How do we
on board.
expect this world to move into the future smoothly if you can't even
Yeah.
operate a die cut sticker?
What I'm saying here also, diecutstickers.com will give you a 15% off discount if you use the code MASS15.
Did I mention bachans?
Yeah, you did.
This is a Japanese barbecue sauce that you could put on that sticker and eat it.
Nice. I got one more thing to talk about, and that is the 100 Wave Challenge from Boys to Men Mentoring. Todd, you and I are going to do a 100 Wave Challenge.
Did it this morning.
Yeah, you caught 2 waves.
No way.
They've raised over $50,000 in 2020, and this year we're going to go even bigger. So check out Boys to Men Mentoring online. More
Not to be
about
confused with the
with the
pop
band.
group from the 90s.
They're great too, though. End of the Road. I mean, they were part of the Motown Philly movement. So yeah, Boys to Men, the band, and Boys to Men Mentoring doing amazing things. Boys to Men Mentoring, basically, it's like there's a lot of kids out there that don't have a male parental figure, or any parental figure for that matter. So
Like your kids?
they have a very strong, extremely handsome male figure in their lives right here. No, but some people don't. So thankfully we have Boys to Men Mentoring. More on that to come. We're going to talk to Joe Sigersden and Damian Hobgood about this. Coming up soon.
All right. Let's move into the podcast.
Oh my God, we got to do that still? Jeez, I wonder if anyone's still watching. Hey guys, welcome back.
Surf News
From
is
the Outer
brought
Block.
to you by Hansen Surfboards, the oldest surf shop in Encinitas. Go down there, 10% off, yada, yada, yada.
Another
Let's
quick
go.
little ad there.
Stab Highway.
Stab Highway
It's
is
done and dusted.
What a saga.
And guess what? Team Green won, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know if they've all
Zeke's
seen
team.
it. No,
What are
they
you talking
didn't.
about?
No, they
The
did
last
not.
episode?
No, they did not.
No, they did not what?
Zeke's team, Team Green, was
Won.
going into the final episode
The
as
final
the
episode
leaders.
aired already.
And then after the final episode, did you not watch it? You
No,
just throwing spoilers without watching it. You didn't watch it.
Okay, what happened?
Do you want to know?
Yeah.
You're not going to watch the finals?
No, I'll watch it.
Okay, so they had a big
Newsflash.
blowout finish at Black's Beach. It was actually I really enjoyed Stab Highway, by the way. And I know you did too.
I think it's great.
I think the editing, the filming, the hosting, everything is rad. I love that Mikey from Stab just made himself the most hateable character, the most hateable ref. I respect him for
Mikey
that.
rips, by the way. He's a really good surfer.
Yeah, he's a good surfer. But yeah, him and his cohort, Junk Mail, at Junk Mail, basically they did a great job hosting, refereeing, and I love that he would just paddle out and tell surfers like thumbs down, you could not do it. That part was great, and again, super entertaining. And a lot of people were posting like, "Oh, this is the Cali Rally," but
Who cares?
it was King of the Road. Cali Rally was very similar that we did at Trans World, but it doesn't matter because
no one
this
remembers
was super entertaining. That was like 50 years ago.
Transworld existed like
That was
back
on
it was, like,
VHS.
before cell phones.
That shit was on VHS. But yeah,
Well,
it was.
on Boost Mobile when Transworld was popular.
I gotta say, the final challenge, they did a relay race at
Wait,
Black's.
so what happened? So
Okay.
I was under the impression that Team Green won.
You're wrong.
So fucking Brown won?
Tan.
Tan.
Ivy Miller's team.
They won?
Well, if you let me talk, my podcast too. Go ahead.
That's all I'm
My
saying.
dog's asleep.
Go ahead.
Thanks to you. So there was a relay race at Black's. You run down the.
Go Trail.
Was it the Goat Trail or the Ho Chi Minh Trail?
It's the Ho Chi Minh Trail.
The Ho Chi Minh Trail. Is that. Are we allowed to.
No.
Not really,
It
huh?
got canceled.
Damn it. I'll edit that out. Again. Run down that. Hit the lineup. Run down it. You have to get your board to your teammate. They set it up.
Assemble it. Like
Trucks, wheels, grip tape, all
Mhm.
that stuff. And then their other teammate is waiting nude. They had to paddle out. And of course, Ian Crane was nude waiting. And Parker Coffin was nude waiting. It was Zeke versus Aton running down. Zoe versus Ivy setting up the board. At this point, Aton had a big lead. But they
Chris-
were like,
Chris,
and then they
I
go
need
out
to-
there,
I
they're
need
naked, they're doing airs.
I need to stop you right there.
And then, what?
Let me just put this to you.
Dong's
And
out.
I believe this is sexist. I believe there's sexism happening here.
Why?
Because there's a portion of this where you have to be naked and do an air, right?
Right. They could have chose to be naked as men or women.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, would it have been, like, there's no fucking way they would put a naked woman in the water.
Well, if they chose to, they could have.
They could have.
Saying sexist is pretty big connotation there.
Oh.
It's pretty big
Sexy?
sexy. Parker and Ian, nude, surfing Blacks. It's pretty sexy if you ask me.
Yeah.
So anyway, Ian Crane, so you had to go out there naked and do an air and then come in. There was contact, there was some fouls happening, all this stuff, and then
Because
basically-
Blacks is also a nude beach.
Yes.
Kind of. Is it still a nude beach?
I mean, yeah, like if you want to see
Sort
some
of.
dong, you can go down there, I'm pretty sure, every day. You're going to see a lot of dong. You're not going to see a lot of breasts.
It's never like good dong either. It's always like kind of like
Well-
weathered dong.
Ian Crane and Parker Coffin might have something to say about that.
Yeah, well, they probably.
I don't know.
They have more
It
fans.
was blurred out.
More fans now.
Anyway, at the end of the day, mute this if you haven't seen it. Your spoiler is Team Ivy came from behind and got the victory. They had a big party. Lots of beef happening. And I try to hit up Zeke, and he
He block you.
says, I'm going into physical therapy. Can I hop on the next one?
Why don't you just call Ivy?
You can call Ivy.
I don't know if I have
I
Ivy's
don't
number.
know if I have her number either. Anyway, it was a great series. Ivy's team won. They won a trip to Kandui.
That's sick.
That was awesome. Very entertaining.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I like the whole back and forth. They really wanted it though.
There was some real shit talking
Yeah,
going on.
mega shit talking.
Yeah, I like some good shit talking as long as it's positive shit talking. Good clean shit talking.
Hey Chris.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we can keep moving on this podcast without talking about Code Red.
Code Red, South Swell from hell.
Code Red, South Swell. I saw a bunch of it in hitting Waikiki. Waikiki did not look like Waikiki. The usual
Bowls was
beautiful. Waikiki
bombing.
was like Queens was huge. Like all those breaks near the break wall were all giant.
It seemed like one of those swells that just the whole world was pumping. You saw some of the biggest, heaviest chopo ever surfed. You saw Ma'alea freight trains.
Oh God.
So this is there's a place on Maui. It's called Malaya, and we can say it because it's maybe breaks twice a decade. I don't know. When I was a little kid, I remember Ma'alea from old surf movies being like this rare crazy wave. It looks like a drawing. It looks like Neos. I mean everything, and it went off. And most of your like kind of powerhouse surfers from Maui, like the local boys, Kai Lenny and the like,
Ian
all got amazing waves. There's some crazy POV footage.
Yeah, the POV that came out of there is nuts. Kai Lenny's wave in particular, where it kind of like gives you vertigo when he's like taking off. It just looks like a closeout.
Yeah,
and then just wow.
Special place, and it's crazy because it never breaks. That's why it was like everyone's calling it what it was. But if you've ever been to Maui, it's basically like when you go to the airport, you're going to Lahaina. It's right where you turn, and you would never think that there's waves there. There never is. But if you remember, I'm pretty sure this is where Herbie Fletcher raced his jet ski down the line on this right, and it was like the fastest anyone's ever seen a wave breaking. It's like that. So I'm sure you're all up to date and caught up on the footage there. Just crazy.
And then
things
here
happening.
in Encinitas and up and down all the way up to Santa Cruz, where Pete Mel
one
was
wave.
watching from. Yeah, it's like
It was
one
a closeout.
closeout from here to Santa Cruz.
There was one closeout wave that started, I believe, in Ensenada, and you could maybe have surfed to the left under the Golden Gate Bridge.
Did you
in
get any waves from that?
I got some waves just out here. I just opted to surf the worst places with the least people because that was kind of the mindset I was in.
I surfed Cape Cod. It was like waist to chest high one day.
So Cape Cod does not get these Southern Hemi South Swells.
No, contrary to popular
Weird.
belief, they didn't get Code Red.
I want to know more about this shark ban. I think it's bullshit, but
Yeah,
I'm glad you're alive.
Whatever.
I'm just saying, I don't know. It's never been proven scientifically to work, but if it works up here,
that's right.
It's like George Costanza said, right?
Just like M.A.S.S.
If it's not a lie, if you believe it. So, where did you get the shark ban?
Oh, my friend Devin let me borrow it, and she was like, you can borrow my shark ban, and I was like, well, what else? I'll just take whatever I can get.
It's worth it.
It was really fun, and there's a lot of people on the water there right now, and it's
okay.
I don't know. I never really felt like I was in danger. You're on like a pretty shallow sandbar. I don't know.
Pete Mel's still watching.
Wow.
Let's call Pete Mel.
Yeah, let's call.
He's watching. You might as well put him to work.
Do you think he got code redded?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
This is gonna be like a weird break the fourth wall.
I know.
On the
Hopefully
podcast.
he's going, oh man, they're calling me now. Okay. We'll see what he's doing.
Yeah.
This is good. This guy is like ageless grommet, and he charges 80-foot waves on the regs.
Might as well get his opinion. He's not answering.
Well, he's working.
See,
he's watching and working.
That's weird that he's not.
He is answering.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we knew Pete Mel would always answer. The Condor, Pete Mel, we're talking super South Swell.
Did you get any up in Santa Cruz?
Come on, guys. Of course we did. The best place in the world to see South Swell.
See?
See?
Told you. I read something on Beach Grid about you, and they're saying you're better than Kelly Slater.
You've been reading Beach Grid.
I know. It's like sometimes you just like open the hood and you have to go in there. But that was cool. I'm always happy to see Pete Mel in print. Wait, on the internet.
Yeah, mentioning Pete.
Digital format.
Yes, digital format. So Pete, I want to get your take on the Super South Swell. The phrase code red has been used now many times. It's kind of lost its luster, but that South Swell definitely was code something, code brown in certain places, code perfect in others. What was your take on the Super South Swell we just saw?
Very, very special. We'll call it a special swell. You're considering that it released up in our hood for 3 full days.
Yeah.
And it was epic conditions, at least here in the north part of our Monterey Bay. And it was good at the lane. It was good at Pleasure Point, specifically Pleasure Point. So there was a nice spread of the crowd. The west stayed on the west, although there was a lot of west siders that made it over to Sewer Peak over the east side as well.
I love that still happens.
Yeah,
That's still a thing.
is there still beef?
Say again?
Is there still beef in Santa Cruz?
Beef?
Yeah,
Between the two?
between north
East and
side,
west.
east, west side, south side.
It's
There's
all.
there's no actual physical, but there's definitely some verbal heckles that go there down.
Yeah.
I like verbal beef better than physical beef
Yeah.
personally. Physical beef is just nasty. What else, Pete? What do you got coming up? What are you doing right now? Are you at the shop? How's Santa Cruz today? Oh yes, we're gonna hang out at the US Open.
Next week.
They're still doing that?
Todd wasn't invited, so he's a little angry. He wanted to pop out of Van Doren's shoe again.
I love that.
Oh, Pete, you're the best. We love you a lot.
Yes. Enjoy.
All right.
I'll see you in a week. Hopefully, Todd, come on down.
Nope.
Hang out.
Come hang out at the US Open for
Absolutely,
fun.
absolutely not.
All right, we'll get Todd up there. He's sit on my lap and commentate. Love you, Pete.
Hey, love you guys too.
Bye.
For the call.
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks for watching and listening. You can still watch and listen. You don't have to.
There's like 25 watching. We're gonna get to 25,000 by the end of the show.
Oh my
Sick.
gosh, we're killing it. I love that positive attitude. Thanks, Pete Mel.
Right on, boys.
The best. Honestly, Pete Mel's the best.
He is the best.
Yeah, I love that dude. So yeah, South Swell, super special, super South Swell. It was happening everywhere.
So you got U.S. Open starts next week.
Yeah,
The forecast actually doesn't look too bad
that's great news.
because
I hope it's pumping.
I hope so too, because there's nothing that says incredibly riveting surf journalism more than 1 foot
Oh my
wind
gosh.
slop at Huntington Beach.
Man,
for a huge prize purse.
There's been times when it's 2:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday and it's flat, it's gray. People are struggling to surf, and you're just going like, "What the hell did we talk about?"
Dude.
There's Todd Richards in the Van Doren Village popping out of the shoe again.
All I can tell you from my experience when I was commentating U.S. Open surf, I've never sprinted faster to my car at the end of every day.
Well, it is
It's a grind.
It's a special event because there's hype,
It's also a grind.
and this is where we're going to probably see a lot of the future faces of the championship tour. That's coming up next week. This week, Todd and I are going to do tour, which we'll talk about in skate. I have Instagram news.
Okay.
Okay, Kook of the day,
Ooh, I heard about this.
and I believe I read this on Beach Grit.
I
so thank
I
you.
actually got a DM from the Phantom Kook of the Day
OG.
dudes.
Yeah. So Kook of the day got kicked off Instagram at 1.1 million followers.
Heavy blow to the ego.
Big one. So basically, the interview. This actually might have been on Stab. I don't know. It was on the internet.
So did they get hacked? What was the deal?
Copyright issues because a lot of people would submit stuff and they wouldn't have proper credit, so they'd get tagged. When you run a site that's basically like a heckle site,
Yeah.
and I'm always back and forth on Kook of the day. Like, I know we're all kooks of the day, and I know that we're all in on the joke, but at the same time, like, I feel like a kook because I didn't surf that day, and this dude is so dedicated to surfing that he's in his wetsuit at the bank. And so basically, I'm a kook. I didn't even put my wetsuit on. This fool put his suit on.
How do you know?
Went to the bank.
How do you know he's
went surfing?
How do you know he surfed?
He's got
Maybe
yeast
he's just
mode
trying to lose
activated.
weight.
Well, maybe. Well, see, I would like to lose some weight. So anyway, now Kook of the day is Kook of the day OG. Call. You should do an Instagram call.
I don't know how to do that. I
No?
don't want to do that. We already had a guest.
We already had a guest.
We
He's
got
one
like
of the best
so
guests.
much skate news to get through. It's
Oh my
unbelievable.
god. Okay, you're right.
And other Kook of the
Kook
Day
of the day OG
news.
is still available. Yeah.
A guy tried to land an airplane in the lineup in Huntington.
He tried
Care
to
to comment?
land on a floater which Huntington is famous. No, so it was one of those planes dragging a sign. This just happened the other day. A plane was dragging a sign. I guess dragging in the sky is not the floating. He had a sign behind him.
Right.
A sign flying
He's towing
plane.
a sign.
Towing a sign. Crashes into the water. The sign flies into the water. 2 off-duty lifeguards, Jake and Aiden, run out there. They grab the pilot, a young dude who was only slightly injured. He hit his head. But basically, they got him out of the plane. I'm sure the plane sank, right? The plane is...
There's probably a lot of
They probably towed it in.
fuel and stuff spilling into the water.
I always wondered why, like, those planes that drag those big banners, like, that must be mad dangerous. And who knows, maybe the pilot, just something happened. But in midday, Huntington Beach, a plane crashes, and it was like, this is typical Huntington Beach, right? Plane crash, like, oh, a plane just crashed out there. What are you doing later? Speaking of Huntington Beach, I may have found the best new clothing company.
Oh?
So there's a clothing company that popped up, and I'm right there in the middle. I can't tell if this is real or if this is a troll account, but this kind of links in with Kook of the Day and Huntington Beach. It's a new clothing company called No Kooks Huntington Beach. It's some of the most amazing gear you've ever seen.
Oh
They
my-
make a sick ass fedora.
Oh my god.
Dude, peep the fedora.
Wow.
No Kooks, Huntington Beach.
Skate-
If you're looking to sponsor
No
a
Kooks,
podcast,
Skate and surf. This has to be a parody, dude.
I'm hoping it is, but part of my heart says it's not.
Oh my god.
So check out No Kooks
Okay,
Huntington
like-
Beach on Instagram. If you know what's up, if you want it, if you're looking for a new sponsor,
Like, more than one person had to sign off on this. Be like, guys, this is
This
what I'm
is
gonna
it.
do.
I mean,
No kooks, more like no sales.
I tried to buy something. I'm trying to buy that fedora, so I know that the good people at No Kooks Huntington Beach watch this podcast and listen to it. So have your marketing department call us, because Todd's looking for a sponsor.
Kinda
Podcast is looking for a
I'm
sponsor.
tripping on this.
We're
dude.
looking for stickers. We want those No Kooks Huntington Beach, because I feel like it's a real oxymoron. No Kooks and Huntington Beach in the same sentence. It's just perfect. I love it.
Huh.
And speaking of that, I even have more business news.
Okay, what is it?
Surfing participation is growing. As you all know,
Shocker.
you saw it in Cape Cod, Pete Mel saw it in Santa Cruz, I saw it in Encinitas. There are a lot of people surfing. New research out of the USA has suggested a 16.9% jump in the number of surfers between 2019 and 2021.
No wonder everyone's getting bitten by sharks off of Long Beach in New York.
That's right.
Because there's just more meat in the water.
In 2004, SEMA, the Surf Industry Manufacturers Association, said there's 1.8 million surfers, and now there's a lot
1.8
more.
million surfers at my beach.
And surf travel, surf tourism. Get this. Surf tourism has now become a $9.5 billion industry. And in 2032, it's going to be a $17 billion industry. So if you have a surf boat, a wave pool, a charter, a rental company, if you want Todd to go on your surf trip, he'll just slice off a part of that $17 billion surf travel budget and give it to Todd, and he'll come on a surf trip with you.
God, that'd be sick.
He's going to catch a lot of waves. He's going to paddle around you the
I'd
whole
love
time.
to be like one of those dudes who just gets like called up to go on like the trips.
Yeah.
You know?
Are you fun to be on a trip with?
Absolutely not. I'm like really neurotic.
I could see that. You invite Todd on your surf trip, and he like doesn't leave his room that much.
No, I
He's
leave
covered
my
in
room.
sunblock.
Looks like E.T. in the ditch.
E.T. ditched Todd.
Any-
the U.S. Open is coming July 30th.
Yep,
Did
we
you
got
talk about that?
Yep.
I got the No Kooks HB fedora.
that.
That was awesome.
Yep.
What's up with your girl, Todd?
Who?
The topless woman who attempted to surf a stranded dolphin.
What? What are you talking about?
It's not funny.
What happened?
It's not funny.
What happened?
A woman at a Dutch resort. Maybe she was drunk. But she was
Good touch.
she was not she
bad
was undressed.
touch.
She was undressed. She was in just a bikini bottom. She was topless. She was probably drunk, and there's a bunch of people. So nothing like a bunch of tourists on the beach who see a stranded dolphin and they immediately spring into action. They put their Mai Tais down. They, take their snorkels off, and they go into action. They try to push the dolphin back into the water, and one lady decides that she's going to get that selfie, and she climbs on the dolphin nude and poses with it, humps it. I don't know what she was doing. She's in hot water now.
Really?
The dolphin lived.
Yeah.
And on the flip side, I've heard dolphins are notoriously horny.
They're super horny.
So maybe this isn't a bad thing.
What if, can the dolphin file sexual harassment charges?
Probably should.
What if the dolphin had
Dolphins
a dolphin?
cannot give consent.
What if the dolphin?
They do not speak English.
What if she gives birth to a dolphin-human hybrid?
That would be sick. It would be sickening. It would be sick. Either way. Oh, and
What?
our homie Chemo from the North Shore of Oahu also posted a video
Oh, the seal.
of a dumb tourist who tries to swim up to a seal.
And it's baby.
I don't know if the tourist.
There was a
this one was
baby.
nude.
There was he wasn't nude.
Damn it.
But there was a baby seal and the mama seal. And the mama seal wasn't having it, and she wouldn't let him go. Like
Good.
Mama seal was up on his gear.
I love.
Dude,
I love when animals attack
are
dumb
attacking.
humans.
There was a boat off of just when I left Cape Cod. There was a boat off of Plymouth, Massachusetts.
The Mayflower.
No, the other boat.
Oh.
The
Pinta.
The Nina.
The Santa Maria.
Anyways, a whale breached and landed on top of the boat.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Did anyone die?
So take that.
I don't. It's not funny when someone dies, but if someone broke their arm, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with animals.
Animals are
come
pissed.
on.
It's too hot in the U.S. right now. Animals are going crazy.
Yeah.
And Dutch women are notorious
For topless. Humping.
dolphin riding.
Yeah. So just look. If you can leave this podcast knowing one thing, it's don't mess with animals.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're rooting for the animals. We want seals to bite you.
Dutch.
Did you see the seals chasing the
No
people off the
touch.
beach in La Jolla?
Yes, that was two weeks ago.
See, I love that. It's humans that are the stupid ones. The animals are just doing their thing. Don't swim out to seals. Don't pester animals. Don't hump dolphins.
There's always somebody
that's a bumper
Yosemite, or not Yosemite, but
They get out of the car and be
Yellowstone
like, "Ah, I'm
National
gonna touch the
Park,
thing."
trying to pet a bison, and the thing just gores them on
Love
the side
that.
of the road. It's pretty great.
I really do enjoy seeing humans get wrecked by animals. And I mean,
Skate News is brought to you by Beneath Apparel.
humans getting wrecked by animals.
Underwear that you will shit when you're being wrecked by an animal. Hey, guess what, everyone? The X Games just happened this weekend. Did you know?
Did you hear about it? It's everywhere.
Look, dude,
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Or them?
Well, I'm referring to you as dude.
Dude.
But X Games is like the Spirit Airlines of action sports shows now.
Okay.
I just feel like it's
Go off.
I
Todd.
will
Go
say
for it.
I'll say this. It was really cool this year's X Games. The vert competition and the mega ramp happened in Elliott Sloan's backyard. Then they bumped over to the CATF for the park competition and the street competition. Then they went out to was it Temecula or something for the moto. So or Vista.
That was the homie's house.
Yep, great. So they're bouncing around a little bit, which I think is cool to
Cardiff Castle?
have different remote locations.
But you sound like you're about to.
Well, I was just it's just okay. So I watched
Your butt.
the vert and the park. I mean the vert competition and the mega ramp. Renton Miller commentating, really great.
Yeah.
Renton Miller, very well respected vert skater from Australia. And then you get Brando, who I'm still waiting to see him actually balance on a skateboard. And then you go over into the park competition. I am just telling you the facts. Park competition, you've got Gary Rogers commentating park competition. The closest he's ever gotten to a transition is when he left 8th grade into high school. It's just he doesn't even know what he's looking at.
He's a different type of commentator.
Look, if you're gonna do it, these guys are fucking killing themselves to go out there, and if you want to compete skateboarding, rad. But give it some respect. Put people in the booth that actually know what they're seeing. Don't just turn it into your 10 minutes to do stand-up. It's so dumb when that crap happens. I'm sorry, Gary may be really funny on skate line, but he's not funny when he's commentating and he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
I'm a big fan of Gary on skate line. I will agree with you there. And now the pressure's on us because we will be picking up the torch going into do tour.
All I can say is that I skateboard. I grew up skating. I grew up skating. You know, I don't pretend to know exactly what's happening in the street. And that's why we bring in somebody like Chris Pastris who knows exactly what they're looking at. But hey, I grew up in this industry. I was raised on urethane and wood.
He's going off.
Freaking, dude. Where the fuck is Brando from? Like, where did he, like, come into, like, skateboarding? He was, like, all of a sudden he's just, like, commentating Street League. Dude doesn't fucking skateboard. I'm sorry. I want to have people...
You don't have to skateboard to be an announcer.
If you want to lend authenticity to it, in my jaded, freaking narrow vision of what I want to see, I want to see people who come from that industry, who are passionate about that industry, have background in that industry, or at least know what it feels like to freaking drop in. If you're commentating a vert competition, I want you to have at least dropped in on a vert ramp at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way that I would feel comfortable. You know, we got Pete Mel listening right now. I wouldn't commentate a Mavericks event. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. Yeah, but at least, you know, you have
I'm the play-by-play guy.
You have reverence for it.
Yeah, I've tried.
You know what I mean? You're
I've not tried Mavericks.
I'm just saying.
No, I get it. I know what you're saying.
You can call, you know, whatever you want to say about me, but this is like my old school. I want legitimacy brought to broadcasts. You know, whether it be skate or snow or surf or whatever. Like, you just don't, you know, in football, you don't bring some dude who, like, has never really, you know, he isn't in football,
right,
into commentator football. You just wouldn't have that happening.
Okay. Hey, I'm sitting right next to you, man.
You heard?
I heard you. I heard you.
All right.
I hear you. And out there, why don't you tell us what you think
or don't.
in the comments below.
Or don't.
Well, I have some good news from X Games.
Jimmy Wilkins freaking shut down the vert ramp.
Yeah.
Kid's on fire. But we have, like, there's like 9-year-olds doing 900s now.
Yeah.
And you've got this really young kid from Brazil. Is it Guy? Guy?
I've got a great Guy story.
Guy Curry is unbelievable. This kid is like a young Brazilian up-and-comer. He does 900s too, apparently.
And 1080s. So I went to X Games. My friend Sketchy Tank did a mural at Elliot Sloan's house.
Very cool.
And so we went and hung out, watched some dudes mural for a little bit. I was with my kids, and we got basically like the whole Elliot Sloan's backyard to ourselves, and we were watching practice.
Yeah.
They were practicing. We're on the bottom of the ramp. We're watching, you know, like everybody. Elliot's going off, Guy Curry's going off. And I'm looking up there, and with my kids, and Guy Curry keeps like staring at me, and I'm like, "What's up?" You know, because I met him before in Brazil, but I would, you know. And so we're watching, and they're ripping. Everyone's ripping so hard. So we walk away. We're going back up, and this kid comes like running out of the off the ramp. Hey! It's Guy Curry. He runs down. He's like, "Oh man, I just really wanted to meet you. I want to talk." You like fanning out basically.
Is he a surfer?
He watches all the surf events.
Really?
So he's fanning out at me, and both my kids are just like, finally, they think I'm cool. Because this 12-year-old fanned out at me. But it was super rad. But it was, I got to have a good conversation with him. For a while, I just thought he was like a robot vert baby. He's a super rad kid. He's humble. He's stoked. He is badass. I've seen him get knocked out twice skating. I saw him get knocked out at the Red Bull Skate Generation event. He got right back up after he was checked out and started skating again. He's like badass.
Boom. Forgot when you're 9 years old. You
woke up the dog.
Whatever. What up, dog?
What up?
Also, so we got, he's your best friend.
Pretty much. It made me look cool in front of my kids. Thank you, Guy Curry.
So
he got second in vert.
Mitchie
Brusco got third.
That's awesome. Mitchie has been on one as well. Notable mentions in vert. Bucky Lassick, is almost
Dude.
he's almost 50 years old.
So
He's pretty damn close to being 50 years old. And Bucky is so
he's still one of the best.
good. Like, his mastery of switch stance skateboarding on a vertical surface is pretty much unmatched. I mean, I feel like Bob Burnquist brought it, and Bucky is taking
Finishing
it to a different level.
My kids were kind of tripping. My 13-year-old was like watching Guy Curry skate. He's like, this kid's my same age. Look
Yeah.
what he's doing. I'm like, dude, that guy right there is 4 years older than me, and look what he's doing. Like, we're in the same spot here, kid.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be someone awesome. You just gotta celebrate him. But I'm with you on Bucky, and I've seen a bunch of comments saying that he was underscored and underrated.
Yeah. Unreal, man.
I think he's just like, I mean, some of the stuff he does is just so tech and gnarly.
I mean, you
I'm
can
with you
easily
there.
slide off into obscurity by, like, you know, just doing a bunch of backside airs, you know, and all this crazy stuff, you know, like just leisure skateboarding.
When he was injured for a while, right?
Yeah, Bucky's like
Always,
come back
yeah.
from he's got a really good program, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, Bucky could live on the infamy of Bucky Lassick of yesteryear and
Yeah.
just do some backside airs and some inverts and a couple lean to tails. But no, he's switch stance, super technical, crazy stuff all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Also, Clay Kreiner almost won Best Trick. Couldn't quite put it down, and then, of course, a couple minutes after Best Trick is over, he does, on a vert extension, I don't know, 20 feet, and then, 3 feet of vert, he does a
to fakie.
tray flip fakie that was just
Caught, like,
one of the best ever done.
insane.
Yeah.
And then, then we have
Skateboard Mega Park.
Skateboard Mega.
First time ever.
Frenchie, Eddie Damastoy, coming out of France, destroyed house.
Crazy.
Unreal, great combos. Elliot, of course, it's his backyard. And Italo Penarubia coming out of Brazil.
Another older dude.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, another older dude just throwing it down.
One of those, he's been in Mega for a long time, and all those guys would go and practice at Bob's.
Yeah.
You know, but it's the Mega Warriors, like the big, it's the closest you can get to a snowboard park.
Yeah.
On a skateboard, and it's pretty great.
Yeah.
I love to see that. So
I loved the. I really enjoyed watching X Games. I know that you didn't love the commentary.
That being said, it's still, you know, you still get to watch all these different events, and there's not a lot of I guess arenas for this where you get vert, mega, park, street. Usually it's like, okay, we're gonna have a vert contest or we're gonna have a park contest. You don't get one that has everything in, you know, under the circus tent.
You're right.
Which I do think is, I will give that to X Games. They're still trying to make that happen, which is awesome. So moving over to park skating, Sky Brown is an unstoppable force. The Japanese contingency of women right behind her are not making it easy, but Sky now has 540s in her bag of tricks.
She has like a flat spin 5.
Yeah, she grabs, it's kind of that trendy over the hip nose grab backside 540.
I kind of like it.
But she also does McTwist too. She knows how to do like proper backside 540s in the deep end. But her frontside 360s over the loaf in the CATF.
Oh yeah,
into the corner.
that's like she's corking that.
Yeah, it's so sick.
Yeah, she was ripping. I'm with you on the Japanese contingent. Mommy Suzuki, Kisa Nakamura, who was skating with a gnarly black eye, Sakura Yosizumi. Oh my! Not only are they so good, but again, total badasses. Sakura Yosizumi got knocked out cold.
Yeah, snoring.
Got back up, and was like, is already skating again.
We were talking about
Amazing.
this in our commentators text chain that we have.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to learn Japanese.
Yeah.
Because
we should.
The Japanese domination of
action sports.
If you know how to speak Japanese, you're gonna kill it. You're gonna be that much more desirable for people.
Would you ever consider coaching in a foreign land?
Yeah.
Japan.
It would have to be a foreign land that I like.
Yeah, and we've both said we love Japan a lot. Canada?
Canada's not really foreign, unless you're in Quebec.
It's north.
It's north, but it's
north of here. They get to South Swell? They got South Swell.
They get South Swell.
I think so.
So also moving. So the women's men's park competition. Gavin Botker was on one. Yeah. Unbelievable skating by Gavin Botker. That little dude he's kind of lost that baby hands on the knees pump
Oh,
that he
yeah.
had for a while.
Yeah.
He's got more meat on his bones, going faster.
Meaty.
Kieran Woolley.
Yeah.
Dude. Kid is like a methed up koala bear. In
Yeah,
that
I
skate
like
park.
that.
He goes
That's a
really
great
fast.
description.
He's kind of taking what. Okay, a little side note. Pedro Barros, not invited.
Not invited.
What the fuck?
Why wouldn't you invite Pedro Barros?
I don't know.
The GOAT.
That's really weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
But you can tell that Kieran Woolley's taken a page from Pedro Barros'
Human
book.
Cannonball style.
Human Cannonball, big kickflip varials, varial flip indies over, like from the hip over into the vert section, traveling a long distance, kind of, a la what we would see from Pedro Barros.
Right.
Like a lot of speed, a lot of distance, almost like the park wasn't big enough to contain him.
This park ain't big enough for the both of us.
So congratulations to him, and we have to have a shout out for Rafa Ueda, who knocked himself out.
God, it was a knockout weekend.
Slammed really hard in practice. Everyone was thinking that he was going to be in the top 3.
He skates that park every day.
Yeah, and he's really good, and he knows it better than everybody else.
His dad, Lincoln Ueda, put on his Instagram, that was the scariest moment in his 35 plus years of skating. Obviously, when your kid slams, and I saw it with my son breaking his collarbone, it's just the worst.
Yeah.
So, I know we're talking about knockouts and like it's part of the thing, but God, is it scary.
Mm-hmm.
Thank God everyone's wearing helmets, because there are some slams, like, Sakura's slam, Roth's slam, like if they weren't wearing a helmet, they'd probably be dead.
Yeah.
So wear a helmet when you skate deep bowls like that.
I know Jamie Foy won the best trick. I didn't really watch any of
Shane
the
O'Neill
street.
won-
Shane
yeah.
O'Neill won the park competition.
And it looked like he found a penny. That's how excited he was. He was like,
Just
and I think that's his personality is very relaxed. I'm not like trying to call him out, but it was just like Gary and Brando had a hard job at that moment, because they're like, Shane O'Neill wins, and Shane O'Neill's like,
thanks.
literally, like they put the thing on him, and he's all, there's the medal, and took it off and walked away.
What? Really?
Yeah, and I don't think he was doing anything lame. I think he was just like,
That's him.
cool. But I gotta give a shout out to the women were ripping street.
I didn't see it.
And
Who won for women?
I didn't get all the way to the end.
I think it was a
Raisa?
Nope, it wasn't Raisa.
Oh, it was
a some young girl from the U.S.
a young girl from the U.S.
I think so.
I was
I'm
just
not
gonna
positive.
say, yeah, you could probably like just say, oh, like a young Japanese skater. did
It wasn't
well.
though. I can look
but,
it up.
But you could say
but
that
we don't
because they've been.
we don't have time for that.
I gotta give a shout out to Leticia Buffoni, who is now in the Guinness Book of World Records for most X Games medals, and she got
Of all
Guinness.
time?
Yeah, she got Guinness World Records medals, so that was pretty cool. You gotta watch the new hockey video, Hockey Eyes Without a Face video. That's news. Santa Cruz Skateboards is doing the collab thing at a high level again.
Yeah, Stranger
Things
I
capsule.
saw a Rob Roskop takeoff on the what do you call it? The
Upside down.
Demigorgon.
The new guy?
Yeah.
Oh, the
Not the
not
Mind Flayer
Vecna?
or Vecna.
Venza, Toyota Venza,
Tony Benza.
Tony Danza. Who? What
Anyway, it's cool. I like how Santa Cruz does these, and if you can find one, grab it, because all those boards that have been like these special collections, they're all like crazy. Like the Mars Attack board I have is like worth a lot of money.
I already hit our guy Andrew Cannon. What's up, Andrew? I know you're watching. I think we could have a couple of those Stranger Things boards right here.
That's what I'm saying.
Right?
That's what I'm saying.
Look at this. So this is a Rick and Morty board my friend Chris gave me. He's one of the animators on the show. My son came in here and he's super into eBay. He looked this up. $700. I mean, mine's chipped, so it's don't touch it. Don't touch it. It's chipped, so it's probably about $400.
Cover rent with that.
Um,
What else happened?
Karl Berglind, his new video is called Smile. It's amazing. Karl Berglind is so underrated. One of the best skaters out right now.
The best part of Carl's new clips, I will say, is that
Downhill Jam.
is the downhill jam in
Where the hell is that?
It's Sweden.
Dude.
It's just like a metal irrigation.
But it goes for
tube,
miles?
and it just goes. We can. Pier Wickberg could probably tell us how to get there. He's like a skate mapper.
Yeah, he is. The new video is called Smile, and it's cool because it's like a, 2-minute skate clip, but throughout the whole thing, he's telling you is kind of about his life.
Yeah.
And so Karl, who's super quiet, really nice kid, It's just cool to learn a little bit more about him, and I think you should watch Karl Berglind in Smile, and also recommended viewing if you're a skateboarder, especially if you lived through the late 80s, early 90s skateboarding. The story of China Banks is playing right now on Thrasher magazine. It's fascinating, entertaining, inspiring, amazing.
And it just shows you how crazy steep and hard to skate China Banks are. You got guys like T-Funk doing ollies out of this bank, which is just, it's impossible. It's basically like a wall jam.
It's like
it's not a bank, really.
A dream spot until you actually try to skate it.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is basically like an amazing history lesson, and since we don't have Jeff Grasso's love letters to skateboarding, it's nice that Thrasher's putting these together. You got Julian Stranger, Pat Duffy, Phil Shao, rest in peace, T-Funk. I mean, just super rad.
Mm-hmm.
So watch that if you want to like learn something and be entertained at the same time. Also entertaining, Catch Surf. Our friends at Catch Surf are teamed up with Eric Costin.
Yeah, what's the deal? Does Costin own a piece of Catch Surf?
Costin's just a fun-loving guy. He is a boy of summer.
He's really into surfing these days.
He's one of the boys of summer.
Is he a boy of summer?
Yeah, he surfs with Kalani Rob a lot.
Mm-hmm.
They're homies, and he has he's got a new collection called Frosty Don't Surf, and Costin's nickname is Frosty. So Frosty Don't Surf. He's got a 90s egg shape that has art by Gons, designed by Costin.
Whoa.
Slick bottom, 9 inches wide, 13.835.
Oh, it's a skateboard.
Skateboard.
Just like a cruiser.
Yes. I gotta buy that now. Think of that. 90s street board.
Do we know anybody over at Catch
Art
Surf?
by Gons.
Do you know anybody at Catch Surf?
I do. We know Beefs. Beef's official. Beefy.
Why can't we just get Catch Surfboards?
Well, I'm the one that's texting people, checking in, saying hello.
Well, I bring up the ideas.
Getting free shit. Still getting free shit.
You're fucking...
I'm honored, by the way. Anytime I get something free, I'm honored. Just so you know. Thank you. I'm gonna use... Oh, Todd and I were in a conference call, and I was trying to entertain Todd by drinking salt and pepper. Did you see it?
No.
Next topic.
I...
Shanae Collins. Yeah, Sheezy just dropped a video
Sheezy.
as well. Love her.
I think Sheezy's in town right now, isn't she?
She is. And speaking of being in town, this is kind of skate news.
What's that?
So, you know the band The Shins?
Yeah.
So the Shins have started a tour. Their first stop was in San Diego.
Okay.
And they played the whole O Inverted World album.
Like that one that was really popular because of that,
like, you know.
What was the movie that basically popped that album?
Oh, that was Garden State.
Garden State.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. This song's really good.
They started the show with this song, so they played the whole album.
That's sick. I love this song.
Let me hear the drum beat.
All right.
So I saw Nora Vasconcelos there.
Oh, you went?
And Davis. I had much better seats than them. How'd you like looking at the back of my head all night, Nora? And the light was glistening off the shallow spot.
Is your hair getting red?
It's getting thick.
I feel
red.
like
Yeah.
Why is it getting red?
Just
Do you have red hair?
I think a lot.
Oh.
Red pubes. Migrating north. Yeah, that was skate news.
Sick.
Oh, I gotta shout out Darkroom Skateboards. They sent me a couple boards via Generator Distribution. I have a board for you if Pastors doesn't get you a board from Stereo.
Oh yeah, because I'm really.
You guys are doing a trade.
Well, I'm just, Chris Pastors, our homie, owns Stereo. Jay Lee just dropped a reissue of his pipe board, the one with the pipe on it.
Oh right. Yeah.
And I rode.
Do that again. Thank you.
I probably rode like 6 or 7 of them.
Oh, you want it? Maybe you should get 2, one for the wall, one to ride.
No, I don't. I'm not a wall dude. I ride them.
I got 2 on the wall. Well, yeah. I hope you get that. But I was gonna say, I got a Street Bullet shape from Darkroom.
Mm-hmm.
Don Pendleton art. Sick. I haven't been this hyped on a skate shape in a while. So
That's
a while.
sick.
A while.
I skated the new Sandwich, Massachusetts skate park last week, and it was like 89 degrees out with 90% humidity, and I swear to God, dude, I almost had a heart attack in the first 5 minutes. It was so flipping hot.
It's going to be hot in Des Moines.
That's
and
right.
We're heading to Des Moines.
We're going to go to Des Moines on
For
Thursday.
Detour.
We're going to show you what commentary can be
Basically,
for a skateboard event.
we're getting paid to talk to each other while watching a skate event.
It's a lot like this.
It's kind of going to be like this, but with like a camera, a bunch of cameras, and like microphones and stuff, and time limits,
We're going to go to Zombie Burger.
and different sponsors.
We're going to hang out with our friend Chris
I
Mastras.
gotta say, I love Des Moines, Iowa. Now that we've been there twice, I'm excited to go back. Place is sick. Snow news is brought to you by Pannikin Coffee and Tea. Todd, I've got some weird snow news for you.
Hit me.
A Sikh extremist group called Brothers Keepers got into a gang fight in broad daylight at Whistler in the
What?
village.
What are you talking about?
Meninder Dalawal, 29 years old, was fatally shot in front of the Sundial Hotel. They locked down the whole village.
Did you know that
There was a freaking gang gunfight
Did you know this?
right in the village, like right at the bottom of the
Did
ski
you know the
lift.
Sikh guys were like that was like the warrior class in India?
Oh, I thought that was a skateboard brand that Rob Dyrdek had.
No, we're
That
talking.
was Sikh skateboards.
That's very insensitive of you.
Oh, S-I-H-K.
Sikh.
S-I-K-H.
But that was like those were like the
The badasses?
the warrior class in India.
You're right. Yeah. I don't know much about it.
That's
I
pretty
just,
cool.
I
Anyway,
know that
but
the
that's-
Brothers Keepers.
There was a straight up Sikh gang fight in Whistler Village with guns shooting. How does
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Why is that snowboard news?
because it was at Whistler. My
Oh.
friend John Beater sent it to me.
Oh,
It was like at the lift.
what the fuck?
I know.
People need to-
They're so Brothers Keepers is like a big gang. They smuggle drugs and guns all over Canada. But it's just kind of crazy that this happened like at Whistler Resort, and there was a gun battle, and they locked everything down. Guns should not be used by.
I thought Canada didn't have guns.
They do,
Mm.
and the gangs got them.
Yeah.
Other snowboarding news: I saw Mark McMorris snowboarding on Instagram.
You did.
Yeah,
Was he at Mount Hood?
yesterday.
Is he at Mount Hood in Oregon?
I don't know. I saw him snowboarding on Instagram yesterday. There was other people snowboarding. I couldn't quite place where they were in the snow. I couldn't place where, but there's still snow out there.
Mount Hood's going off. I know the Burton team right now they're all in Long Beach in New York.
Long Beach.
They were in New York City, now they're in Long Beach, and they're doing their like round table discussions.
So they're not snowboarding. They're just talking about snowboarding.
Talking about snowboarding for
Okay.
next year. There's a lot coming next year in snowboarding.
Right.
Right now it's summer.
Our friend Tim Swart was snowboarding in near Seattle yesterday.
Yeah, Mount Hood.
That's near Seattle.
Yeah, close.
Huh. Tim Swart, friend of the show, surf, skate, and snowboarding in Washington in one day.
There you go.
Pretty badass.
Trifecta. Well, snowboard news is super boring in the summertime unless like something crazy, fun, and interesting happens. Kind of like my good friend Trevor Graves being on the bomb hole last week. Trevor Graves is responsible for a lot of people's starts in snowboarding because he was one of the OG snowboard photographers that kind of brought like a new, I don't know, like a new wave shooting, like
Or like street skate style.
yeah, kind of like shooting
Yeah.
at night and different, like playing around with photography and creating really iconic images in the sport. So that was really cool. The bomb hole, plugging them once again.
They're great.
They're great.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
I hope the
snowboard news.
Canadian gang doesn't come get us because we're talking about them on the podcast.
When they like we're hyping them up, is that like a hype? I don't want to hype any gang.
I don't want to hype gangs, but I don't want to talk shit on
I
gangs.
mean, those lift prices. I'm surprised anyone's even
Man,
in Whistler Village.
I am gang affiliated. I got clearance all over this town. You follow Steve on Instagram?
Steve.
Yeah, you should.
Anyways, Nerd
Nerd
News is brought to
News
you
by
by
them. Hold it up
Bachans.
again.
Bachans is Japanese barbecue sauce.
Pete Mel is still watching.
Here it
Have you
is.
ever tried bachans?
Pete, I'll send you some bachans.
Dude,
If anyone would
it's
like some
good.
bachans,
Brian
we're
Johnson,
gonna
you
have
still
a-
watching?
we're gonna have a bachans
Yep.
giveaway very soon.
Dude, they're watching.
Anyways, check it out, dudes. Comic-Con just wrapped up yesterday, and oh lord, there's a lot of nerdy shit coming down the pipe.
I was down there for the Shin show, and I
awesome.
saw this like silver metallic BMW hybrid race car. What are those things? It was looks like a race car, BMW.
Mm-hmm.
Driving by, I was with my wife. I'm like, whoa, look at that car. And the person drives by, it was Mandalorian. No joke. I saw Mandalorian driving a metallic pink BMW hybrid race car in San Diego. Breaking news.
Wow. So, just to get into the nerd stuff, that a new trailer dropped for this Lord of the Rings
on Amazon.
Amazon series. They show you how did we get Sauron? Well, it turns out he's just like a really nerdy pale kid.
A regular boy.
It's just a regular boy who's really angry.
I'm excited about that.
We have House of the Dragon, the new
Game of
Thrones is coming. We have She-Hulk.
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk looks pretty funny, dude. It's like the Hulk's niece, and she just is like also hulky, but she's also a lawyer.
So wait, the Hulk's niece? I thought the Hulk was like a lab experiment gone wrong.
Yeah,
so
but
the Hulk
apparently
had sex
with his
with his sister.
We're gonna get to the bottom of why she's a She-Hulk.
Shulk.
But anyways, it looks funny. Like she kind of breaks the fourth wall and like talks to the camera.
Oh, I like that.
I think it's hilarious.
You remember that show?
Deadpool?
Parker Explains It All.
Parker Lewis Can't Lose.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Carissa Explains It All.
Who's that?
As another show, and also Saved by the Bell. They broke the wall.
Yeah. Anyway, I
time out.
I like. I like breaking the fourth wall. I think that's cool.
Totally. Hurts the first time you do it, but after that, it feels super good. Breaking the wall.
Oh.
I got bad news for you, Todd.
What do you have?
You know the bad guy from Tron?
Yes.
And the bad guy from Titanic?
And Time Bandits.
And the bad guy from Time Bandits? David Warner.
One of the creepiest 80s movies you could possibly watch.
Yeah, Time Bandits is not something you should show your kids ever. It's tweaked.
It's not to be confused with Time Bandits, which is actually a lovely eatery.
Cooking show, right?
Yeah.
Other Comic-Con news is available on the internet. You can go find it. Legos have made a big comeback in our house.
Mm.
And my son just got the new Lego
Oh my God.
set.
Which one?
Masters of the
Masters of the Universe.
No,
They're
I heard
actually
there's a
making
new,
a comeback though.
There's a new
Something to this changing environment.
what are you
Sorry,
watching?
I don't know. I was trying to get to our questions.
We have a ton of questions. Questions are brought to you by Beneath Apparel. I finished Stranger Things season 4. Spoiler alert, there's going to be a season 5.
I can't wait.
And the kids are going to be like grown-ass people.
I know. Is it just going to be like, that's the Stranger Things? Is like, it's just strange watching like adults?
Yep. All right, I got a rapid-fire question from Brandon Parkhurst.
What does he say?
He's got a bunch of questions. I hit up some friends about getting some friends. Brandon Parkhurst plays guitar and sings and Cut You Up. And also guitar and singing in the band Yovi. Did you see there's new Years Around the Sun music coming?
I did see
You're excited.
When is that,
I
though?
wasn't invited to play drums.
I feel like that's just like a teaser, and maybe it'll never show up.
A lot of people don't know I played drums on the first Years Around the Sun record, my musical highlight.
Okay, what are the questions?
What's your favorite wetsuit pick for the upcoming winter season? Billabong 3-2 furnace comp suit. Amazing. Go.
Quicksilver Sessions.
Why does it seem like Kelly Slater will be a lost soul without competitive surfing? Because he's been doing it for so long. He's our youngest and oldest ever world champion. And we've watched Lost Tapes a bunch, and he definitely puts it out there that this is his identity, so finding a new identity for Superman. It's like if Superman retires from fighting crime and he's just Clark Kent, but he still has superpowers, like what does he do? What do you think?
Yep.
How the hell does Ben Gravy find all those barrels? Well, he just searches for him. He's a novelty king.
Budgets.
Budgets?
Yeah.
Do you think Ben Gravy's rich off YouTube?
I think he does really well.
I think so too.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube right now.
They should have something
Hey,
called
Ben.
budget barrels, which is just like shitty barrels for the everyday person.
I'm in. Do you think if Elon Musk actually surfed, he would be properly attuned to save the world? Ooh. I think so. I think when you surf, you definitely get a better feel for the environment and some empathy for the ocean and all of its creatures.
Elon Musk looks like an albino walrus.
Whatever happened to Bad Boy Club, Life's a Beach? Well, Todd and I were both
Decent-
huge fans of Life's a Beach
decent
and Bad Boy
logo.
Club, right? That was the shit when I was in junior high, and they made like Jetsons. They were probably the first major
Like the
surf
all-over
brand to do
prints?
big collabs. I would think
They did a Jetsons.
Jetsons.
I just remember like the pink, like all over cross skull and crossbones.
There's so, I mean, I've heard rumors over the past couple of decades that, and I don't know if it's one of the guys from, it might be M.A.S.S, it might be somebody from Life's a Beach who used to be affiliated, has a whole warehouse full of cherry Life's a Beach gear.
Really?
If you're out there, you have a warehouse full of cherry Life's a Beach gear, DM us. I want in on this. What is Todd's favorite part in a surf movie? That's from Brandon Parker. Todd's favorite part in a surf
Favorite
movie.
part in a surf movie of all time?
Yeah,
Like what's
like your favorite surf video part.
my favorite part of all time, and this is like it's just some weird random thing that sticks with me.
Chris Coté Daredevils.
Nope, it's
No?
I forget what movie. It's one of what's the dude Kai Neville's movies, and it's Dane in Japan
Oh.
surfing next to that jetty, and it's like the glassiest of. I think he's surfing with it's like Connor.
I
Coffin,
think they,
maybe?
yeah.
No,
the-
John. He's surfing. It's like
Is
John,
it Lost Atlas?
Might be Lost Atlas. Dane and John are surfing like the most perfect,
The
super
best,
glassy,
yeah.
unbelievable. Yeah.
It was like the best Japan ever.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking
Is
about.
Lost Atlas the one where
It's like a red bubble on the front.
yeah, but like they do like all those weird like sculptures.
No,
that
that
are just
was
like slowly
I don't
turning. I don't know, but
Kai Neville's made some great
he made
movies.
some great movies.
My favorite part ever, I'm just gonna say, Andy Irons' campaign "Under the Influence." He used "Cut You Up" song. He's ripping, and it just gives me good memories.
What else?
Is Sonny Garcia still alive? That's a heavy
That is
question.
a question.
That is a heavy question.
A lot of people have been kind of, that's been on the consciousness lately because I've talked about that with people.
Well, Slater talked about it in Lost Tapes.
Right.
But I know that was filmed a year ago,
Yeah.
but I haven't seen any announcements, and it's one of those things like
Yeah, what do you think?
you don't want to reach
But
reach
yeah,
out.
I feel like we would have heard about if Sonny had passed away, it would have been public knowledge.
Yeah. Either way, it's just like
He's a public figure. You want to know. People care about him because he represented so much
Yeah.
of surfing for so many years. People just want to know. People are curious.
I want to know because I was a huge fan of his, and I would say we were friends. He loved to give me crap, which I loved to receive from a guy like that. Like it was an honor.
Mhm.
But hopefully we'll find something out.
Anybody else have any questions?
Yes. Rob RJS on Twitter. Could Kelly Slater surf in the U.S. Open in Huntington Beach if he wanted to? Yes,
Yeah, totally.
he could.
Think
He
he's
can
going
pretty
to?
much do anything he wants. We got a message from Andy Alva. This is pretty much already answered, but thoughts on X Games overall, but specifically, what did you think of the introduction of Mega Park? I loved it.
Awesome.
That's like video game shit right
I
there.
feel like there
That
should
is-
be like more hits. You know what I mean?
More,
so,
huh?
so it's like you hit the kicker, you hit the quarter pipe, you hit the jump, you hit the quarter pipe, maybe then another.
You know the game 720?
Yeah,
That's what it downhill. It's
it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's
I love it.
we're entering a video game era of
It just takes a
skateboarding.
lot. It takes a lot of footprint.
H. Wilson wants to know, is a hot dog a sandwich and is cereal a soup?
Interesting.
I think a hot dog is a hot dog.
Is anything between bread a sandwich?
No? No?
No.
I think a hot dog is a hot dog. And
But the hot dog is just the meat.
well, exactly, but I think if you put a hot dog in a piece of Wonder Bread or something, it's
Is it
still a hot dog.
dog?
Yeah. So a hot dog is a hot dog, a sandwich is a sandwich. Is cereal a soup? I mean, I guess technically you could call it a soup, but I think cereal, cereal, the connotation there is that you're going to put it in milk.
What differentiates stew from soup?
Thickness, the stewiness of it. Non-fungible token. I got a bunch of questions from Twitter.
Okay.
Usually a cesspool of the action sports world, but non-fungible token, like NFT, token, that's slang for smoking pot.
Okay.
Should I buy a kneeboard? Yeah,
Totally.
dude, why do you even, ask us that.
Dude,
of course.
just watch any.
The fact that you don't have a kneeboard
watch
already.
any aqua donkeys.
Bro, do you even knee?
Do you even knee?
Will Kelly Slater steal Felipe Toledo's thunder if he retires on the same day at Trestles?
Oh my god, can you imagine like Felipe Toledo wins the world title and Kelly just
I would love a Kanye West
just
interrupt.
Kanye cock
Like that.
blocks it?
Actually, I just want to say something. Congratulations, Felipe, but I'm going to retire. Kelly, Kanye interrupt.
That'd be so great.
Don't do that. This is Felipe's first
No,
thing. Come on,
Totally
man.
do
Don't
it. That'd be crazy.
The Wrong Tube Surfer says, why not just have the top 16 men and 8 women
Why not just
run
have
only
that?
in premium conditions with longer waiting periods? Well, there's only 4. I think it's good, right? It's as good as it is right now. Let's just celebrate it. We don't have to change anything. Don't keep changing everything. Mid-year cut, it's all good. Let's just go. Let's carry on.
We're just trying to get through this year, okay?
Tahiti's coming up next. We'll see what happens there. This is an interesting question. The Champagne Room. Why is the U.S. Open on the wrong side of the pier? Todd?
That's true. Why is it over there?
I'm asking you.
Well,
this
didn't
guy's
I-
asking us. I'm asking you.
I feel like back in the day, the south side of the pier had a better setup.
I
right?
think it's...
Wasn't that the way that people have said it? I don't know. That'd be a great question for Brett Simpson.
It would be a great question. You know, we're gonna find out. I'm going to the U.S. Open. I'll ask somebody.
Chris has been sentenced to the U.S. Open next week.
Danny Caputo wants to say, we asked for questions. He says, damn it, I was on an airplane. What's the deal with airplane food anyway? Seinfeld voice. Okay, peace. So it wasn't really a question, but it was
More of just a comment on
yeah, a
airplanes.
comment. What else we got? That might be it.
Okay, well, you know what? That has been a record marathon. If you're still with us watching,
What's up, Pete?
we want to say thank you to Pete Mel for tuning in and lending your credibility to this podcast.
Finally
this
credible.
is the most
We are
viewed
credible.
podcast by Pete Mel.
And Brian Johnson was on there too.
Awesome.
And for all the rest of you watching, thanks so much.
We're going to Des Moines, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We'll be back next Monday with our due report.
Oh,
and
let's
you
do it.
guys can let us know how we did. If you would like to go off on me about my lack of skateboard knowledge, feel free. But fuck you at the same time.
It's gonna end it at that.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this the camera?
How do you stop it? Does anybody know how to stop it?
That's what she said.